as we head into the month of June here. The summer is ramping up and vacations are abound over the next couple of months. So, Ted, it seems as if there's a lot of inflationary pressure that has perhaps subsided a bit, but some of these prices on both airfare and hotels continue to be high. What are you seeing out there?
Yeah, I think that's a key point. Even though inflation has started to come down and level off, we're building off that higher base, and I think that's really significant for travel. For example, airline fares fell about 1% over the past year, according to the latest Consumer Price Index, but they jumped 33% the year before that. So people are hardly noticing the price drop. These fares are much higher than they were 2 years ago. It's a similar story for hotels. Those prices are up about 24% over the past 2 years. Dining out costs about 16% more than it did 2 years ago. So I think that's a key point for travel and also for other things too. Lower inflation doesn't mean we're rolling back the clock. It just means that we're growing prices at a slower rate.
Do you have any suggestions, Ted, for people who may be looking to book, whether it be summer travel or a trip for the fall, on ways that they can save on that upcoming vacation?
One great idea is to use your rewards points and miles. We found only about 1 in 5 summer vacationers are doing so. You may be sitting on a stockpile of credit card points, frequent flyer miles, hotel points. Put those to work. I also like the idea of letting the deal dictate the destination. I think so often people plan travel the other way around, and they get their heart set on a specific place at a specific time, and that just kind of boxes you in and makes it harder to save. So if you can be open-minded about where and when you go, that can help a lot. Also, maybe going in the shoulder season or the off-season or flying midweek instead of on the weekend. These are all some ways that you can save.
In terms of the surveys that you guys have done, Ted, have you seen that this has had an impact on consumers out there? Have they begun to be stressed by the costs associated with booking these types of trips?
We found that 80% of likely summer vacationers are making changes because of inflation. But what I thought was really interesting was that even more people are projected to travel this summer than last. So I think the main message is people want to go somewhere. They're willing to cut some corners to save money, but they don't want to abandon the trip entirely. So what we see most often are things like maybe picking cheaper accommodations or cheaper activities or cheaper destinations or maybe driving instead of flying. But people still want to go on this trip. There's still a lot of pent-up demand. People are prioritizing experiences over other types of spending.
We've certainly had, there was plenty of time to tune up your yard and the house. It's time to hit the open road and get some vacation travel in. That's Ted Rossman from bankrate.com talking about vacation inflation. Ted, thanks so much for the time today. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me.